2015 is coming to an end. Time to sum up. I'm Vladimir Nanyants, and today we're going to talk about the Georgian brand, about how they were going up to their success and what they succeeded to achieve on the difficult path to international recognition.
Before entering the international market and achieving the desired international success, it's necessary to strengthen positions in the local market. We will soon know who succeeded this year. Georgian Brand's award ceremony is going to assist us in it. Evening gowns and formal wear. Today, the hotels and preference hall in Tbilisi is the center of success. More than 600 guests are attending one of the most significant local projects, the Georgian Brand Day, initiated by the PR and marketing agency Profile to summarize the year results. Starting rather simply, according to the organizers, the project has become one of the most prestigious Georgian brands. During the 13 years of its existence, hundreds of companies have attended the Georgian Brand Day ceremony. The events are getting more and more pompous, and the struggle for the cherished statuette is getting really tough due to the increasing number of participants.
A prerequisite for the establishment of Georgian brand was the experience of other countries which run similar projects. International success prompted us to start selecting the leaders of the ceremony and the awarding in Georgia as well. We have tried as much as possible to adapt it for the Georgian reality. Within the projects there are several permanent nominations: a leader's reputation and credibility, successful new Georgian brand personality, and successful TV project. Every year we add a new category. Some root, others don't. However, the positions that I have listed remain unchanged.
Construction companies, fashion houses, hotels, restaurants, clinics, wine brands. This is far from the whole spectrum that has been covered by the project this year. Today, 40 lucky winners went home with cherished statuettes and universal recognition.
2015 turned to be very successful for our company. We have carried out many high-quality projects. Today it has been appreciated. I want to thank all the organizers of the project and each member of my company.
Our dental center, Albus, is the nomination winner. We're not only treating but teaching as well. Our company has the Academy of the Post-Diploma Education, the School of Dental Management, and the Periodontics International School. This day is very important for us, and it's great when your work is valued. It gives incentive and encouragement. The process of choosing participating companies starts long before the ceremony and requires great effort. The committee of experts is very precise in their choice. It's important to meet high requirements to satisfy all the criteria.
Criteria for the selection is wide. Among them there are the position of the brand and its advertising, marketing and public relations strategy, philanthropy and patronage of the brand, as well as the general social responsibility of the brand. In short, all that produces and determines. We are happy that over the years we have been awarded several hundred companies.
One of the most interesting nominations in the frame of the Georgian Brand Day is the one that selects leaders among young companies, those who in a short time manage to achieve success and build a business. Businesses that should be encouraged and supported. This is a great opportunity for start-uppers to loudly express themselves in the eyes of society. The Georgian Brand Day is always associated with high quality and professionalism. I am happy that our company is among the winners. The clinic Derma is oriented on the quality, and I am happy to be present here as a guest, nominee and co-organizer.
We
Reputation is one of the most important things for any company. It is important to strengthen position. We are actively involved in this project and even became its general sponsor. Construction company Sveti offers consumers a variety of innovative projects. We offer unprecedented conditions for purchase of apartments with 7-year interest-free installments. We are building Western-style towns. Our company is very young, but during this period we have managed to express ourselves.
This is the first event when we are awarded as a Brand of the Year, and it is very significant for us. I must say that to gain trust in medicine is a matter of years, and we've been building our reputation for 5 years, and we are really happy and grateful to all who have appreciated our job.
I believe that this tradition gained a foothold in recent years. It's extremely important for the development of the Georgian market and for the local business environment. People receiving awards today deserve public recognition.
According to the organizers, the aim of the event is to popularize Georgian brands in the domestic and foreign markets, the creation of an ethical business environment, and the support of positive development in the Georgian business, as well as the awareness raise. By the way, being recognized this year, according to observers, was particularly difficult, taking into consideration the national currency fall in inflation, which by the end of the year reached 6.3% in Georgia.
Promotion of your production throughout the European and the world markets is quite a problem for Georgian companies. In this regard, it is necessary to create state policy for private local companies to conquer new markets to support and assist them. I'm not about subsiding of any of the business directions, but I mean promotion, advertising and so on. There really are some activities from the state in this sphere, but it's not enough. The state should invest more.
Georgian Brand Day 2015 is over now. The winners went home to have a rest and gain strength before a new working week in order to keep up. After all, each local company has 2 programs. The first, the minimum one, is to strengthen positions in its native Georgia. The second is much more difficult and long, but more cherished one, to enter the international market.
Спасибо огромное.
I want to thank my family for their support on a hard and thorny way to success.
На этом нелегком и тернистом пути к успеху. Я безумно счастлива. Огромное спасибо организаторам, которые оказали мне...
I'm grateful to the project for being honored, and I'm happy to be present here as a special guest and the owner of the cherished statuette.
На этой сцене в качестве призера, в качестве лидера. Спасибо огромное. Стоп. Так она же не моя.
Oh, no, it's not mine. This prize, I should say, has a spellbound effect like the One Ring. We congratulate the nominees and wish them all the best.
И желаем им успехов.
Success is directly bound to persistence and quality. We will talk to the representative of ISO in Georgia, George Ezubaya.
Добрый вечер, Георгий. Большое спасибо, что согласились побеседовать с нами на очень важную тему.
Good evening, George. Thanks a lot for agreeing to talk to us regarding the ISO certification system and about how Georgia is moving towards the international community. In this regard, my first question will be about the readiness of our country to accept the standards to join this international system.
Международный уровень сертифицирования.
Добрый вечер. Начнем с первого вашего вопроса.
Regarding the readiness, I would say whether the companies are ready to accept ISO standards. There are companies that have already accepted it and been developing according to the standards for years. And there is quite a number of them in Georgia, and it has increased for the last 3-4 years, especially after Georgia has signed the EU Association Agreement. Georgia is also a member of WTO, which supposes the interaction interaction of Georgian companies with international ones in the sphere of cooperation and investment. Some of the state organizations and ministries are already demanding ISO certificates for the companies that intend to participate in tenders, especially in the field of infrastructure and energetics.
В сфере инфраструктуры или энергетики.
Вообще во многих странах развито...
Actually, in many countries there is a tendency not to admit to the state tenders those companies which do not possess ISO certificates. Is there the same practice in Georgia as well?
Да, есть такая практика, есть...
Yes, there is. There are ministries that announce their tenders, and there isn't any part saying that participating companies must have ISO. As I have already said, especially in the sphere of infrastructure and energetics, most of them, 90-95% of all tenders are announced as applications where not only quality of management is needed, but also other management and numbering certificates which provide the information about how ready they are to fulfill different functions in the upcoming tender.
Функцию, выходящую в тендере.
А вы можете поподробнее немножко
Can you add some more details about the system of quality of management 9001? Explain what it is like so that our auditory know why we should aim for ISO and why the certificate is so essential.
Необходим этот сертификат.
Я постараюсь ответить на ваш вопрос, чтобы точно так же понятен
I'll
был.
try to answer your question the way the auditory can understand it. It's the basic numbering of system for the company, the quality of management run by the company. For example, you drive your car, you have the dashboard, which gives the whole information about this car, petrol sensor, tachometer, speedometer. If the all level lowers, you get a red signal and so on. So it's exactly the same. The dashboard for the company is the quality of management 9001, which provides the information of present situation of your company on the way to development, the way to the goal the company is reaching for.
На пути к развитию, на пути к той цели, к которой компания идет.
Ясно. Вот вы также упомянули о том, что после того, как Грузия подписала...
That's clear. You also mentioned that after Georgia signed the association with the EU, the number of companies that demand the ISO certificates and get them increased. Please tell me, why didn't it happen before? Why Georgian companies didn't aim for them? Is it because it just wasn't needed, or is it an inner reason for it? For example, the mentality or something else?
Может быть, менталитет, может быть, еще какая-то.
Скорее всего, нужда. Нужда, в которой компания уже...
Probably it's the need. It's easier to socialize with European and international companies when you're on the same level with your potential future partners. These partners are more favorable for contact both with Georgian and international companies which have these certificates and work with these standards in the whole world. The same can be said about the donors and establishments that are planning to invest in Georgia, that want to find new partners with whom they can create new influential spheres in the region. They prefer companies that already have the certificate, and so it's a need. And it appeared first right after the signing the association agreement. A new vast market is being opened for the Georgian companies.
Выдачи торговли, выдачи в сфере партнерства и так далее.
Еще один момент.
Another issue regarding the receiving of international investment from different funds. They also need the ISO, if I'm not mistaken.
Сколько я знаю.
Это одно из сфер доверия. Доверие того, что...
This is one of the sphere of trust. When a company works and has implemented ISO standards from the very start, they really have more chances to work with funds and donors, since such companies have their goals and donors are assured that they use the finances properly.
И свое развитие до сих пор.
Вот скажите, ISO является также, компания, которую вы представляете,
The
является...
company that you represent is also a partner of the Georgian Brand Day ceremony. Tell me, please, what is being done for the popularization of ISO certification here?
По этому поводу, чтобы популяризировать эту систему в Грузии.
Мы уже второй год являемся официальными генеральными партнерами проекта.
We've been official partner of the ceremony for 2 years already. There are 15 new companies represented this year. We are ready to assist all of them to get this international quality certificate. Our representative delivers them all those special offer cards. Also, we give them pre-consultancy absolutely at no cost. We wish them to realize how it is important to furtherly develop and take these international standards, not when they need it badly, but in the middle of the development.
Не после того, как они будут нуждаться, а на пути развития.
Как вы можете охарактеризовать саму церемонию?
What can you say about the ceremony itself? How can it assist young companies to become more recognizable in international markets? And should generally such awards be held in Georgia?
Представлены в Грузии.
Обязательно. Это обязательная часть, это дополнительная
Definitely they should. It's an indispensable part and additional motivation for companies and a fact proving that the company has been estimated. It is very important that I wish to once again thank the organizers of the ceremony, the profile agency for the organization of this event, and all the companies that didn't happen to be nominated this year should have a strong motivation to do it next year.
Мотивация, чтобы они намного сильнее постарались на следующий год.
И скажите, пожалуйста, по поводу... Вот вы говорите о том, что...
And just to totalize, can you please, if not in exact figures, but maybe in percentage, tell us what is the share of the company who have already taken ISO certificates in Georgia?
Процентная часть, я бы так сказал, официальная процентная...
Well, regarding the percentage of those who have already taken ISO is unfortunately quite small yet, but I am optimistic enough since up to 25% of the new developing companies are already in. I would say again that it is not necessary to achieve some concrete level of development. A company can try to take the certificate at almost any level.
До 30%.
Ясно. И вот буквально последнее.
And what would you advise, how should this process be approached?
Необходимо подходить вот к этому процессу.
Это рабочая часть. Мы когда...
This is a working part. When we create a company, its management and structure, ISO should be included in this process as an inevitable part of its development. In future, such an approach will be rewarded. I would advise Georgian companies not to wait for a special moment, just try to develop using international quality standards.
Желаю всем компаниям грузинским.
Thank you.
Огромное
Thank you
спасибо.
too.
День грузинского бренда.
Georgian Brand Day is an important event in the life of the country. About the ceremony and its perspectives, we will talk with Manana Gagnidze, the head of the profile agency.
Добрый вечер, госпожа Манана. Большое спасибо, что согласились уделить нам время.
Good evening, Mrs. Manana. Thanks a lot for agreeing to talk with us. Georgian Brand Day. It is an event with a rich history. How was the idea of creating such a ceremony generated? And after so many years, what have you achieved?
Награждение. И по прошествии вот стольких лет, к чему вы пришли?
Идея გაჩნდა 2003 წელს.
The idea was originated in 2003. We started with the wine market. I remember our first event. It was a salon evening. We invited then only about 100 guests, the wine producers. Among them, there were quite renowned brands such as DWS, Tel Aviv Winery, Tbilvino, Kinsmaroli. That evening was way too pleasant. It became a prerequisite for the formation of the project. The next year, some more companies joined us, but there existed no Georgian Brand Day until 2005. It was only in 2005 when we had the opportunity to hold a large-scale event in December. Since then, we've been traditionally holding it every December. This is partly symbolic. Everyone is in a pre-Christmas mood and a kind of summing up of the year happens. I am very pleased that this project has become systematic. I want to say without false modesty, I am pleased that the Georgian Brand Day has itself become a brand. Thank God for this. Later, upon engulfing totally new areas, competition among companies also increased. We have formed different nominations: the leader, reputation and credibility, the new Georgian brand. The project makes it possible to declare the Georgian brands at any stage of their development. A new young company may be easily provided by us unless it meets certain criteria such as quality, proper marketing strategy, good management.
Извините, я вас перебью. Вот конкретно.
Sorry for interrupting you. What criteria should have a company in order to be nominated?
Что из себя должна представлять компания?
In the first place, there should be popularity, positioning, marketing, and PR strategy. The brand must be socially responsible. I'm speaking not only about new companies, but about all the winners in different nominations. Our group of experts carries out a thorough study of the companies, from their logo to long-term strategies. Everything matters. The attitude of the people people towards the brand is also important. You know, the brand may be of high quality, but at the same time unsuccessful as regards trust and reputation. Unfortunately, there were times when the brands were created, then developed to a certain stage and worked quite well, but finally ceased to exist due to some factors. But there are brands which have been in leading positions for 13 years already.
ბრენდი არსებობა შეწყვიტეს. მე მაქვს ასეთი მაგალითები სამწუხაროდ.
Как жюри отбирает? Вообще, кто является...
About jury, what criteria is there for the jury selection in order to determine the brands that are worth taking part in the ceremony?
Принять участие в номинации.
ჟიური ესეთი როგორც ესეთი არ არის. არის ექსპერტთა ჯგუფი.
We don't have jury. There is a working team of experts in different directions: PR, marketing, economics. For example, the head of ISO company, which is our partner, and for nominations of leader, reputation and trust, we're holding serious marketing and PR researches, and so on. Our project also has a website where anyone can estimate a company according to the basic criteria throughout the year.
შეაფასოს თავისი რჩეული ბრენდი ამა თუ იმ სფეროში.
Те компании, которые были представлены в
The
номинации,
companies that participated, can we say that their participation is a kind of boost for them regarding further development?
и трамплин для компании к росту, для будущего.
კი, რა თქმა უნდა, მათი ასე ვთქვათ,
Of course, their motivation is growing. They're trying to keep the positions, background with which they appeared and move to other nominations. We have a lot of examples for that. It's very posh for companies to attend the Georgian Brand Day. Events like this are up-to-date and popular in many countries and stand out for their real laboriousness. We're very particular not only towards participants but also towards ourselves. I'd like to thank all the assistants, managers, top managers, members of our team who assisted to hold Georgian Brand Day during its 13-year history. This year we have invited everyone who has ever worked for us. We've baked a cake symbolically, which we all are going to cut, holding our hands together.
ქართული ბრენდის დღის საზეიმო ტორტი.
Очень хорошее начало новой традиции. Скажите, вот агентство...
Such a good start of a new tradition. Tell me please your agency, I mean Profil, which is the organizer of the award. It is in charge of the new brand's promotion in the market. What is the situation with branding in Georgia? How well can Georgian brands compete in international markets, and what else should be
И
done?
к чему еще надо идти?
თვითონ ჩვენს კომპანიას, რა თქმა
We
უნდა,
are a marketing and PR agency. The company works in this direction. We have worked our strategies for many organizations. Many names of Georgian products can compete with eminent European brands. In the beginning, when we were implementing our service, the demand was very small. Today, reality has changed. People have started to realize the necessity of PR and marketing. However, businessmen and managers still lack knowledge in this direction. We always have a pretentious attitude, first of all about ourselves. Always try to develop, grow every year, improve the project. We must be perfect because our project has already won people's hearts, has good reputation because it's Georgian Brand Day. The name itself demands a lot and requires maximum organization, mobilization, efficiency and responsibility. The leaders of the project, founders, co-workers of our company are always very worried. The project consists of small details which form one system. The work on it starts 4 months earlier and finishes very solemnly. We always have lots of guests. We invite not only heads of companies but also ordinary workers. That's why we look for the biggest hotels, building for holding the triumph. When there are this many guests who want to attend our event, you should suit it and must furtherly develop.
კიდევ უფრო მეტად დაიხვეწო, კიდევ უფრო მეტად იყო, ასე ვთქვათ, საპირწონე შენივე პროექტის.
Thank you very much, and we wish you further success in your ventures.
მადლობა.
Thank you.
13-я церемония
The
награждения
13th ceremony of Georgian Brands Award is now over. The year is also came to the finish. My name is Vladimir Nanyans. I wish success to you and to your brands. And sure, lots of money.
побольше денег.